Hello, SHC members. My name is Maria Komisowska and I'm on the Clinical Opportunities Committee for SHC. Today I'll be talking about leadership positions and showing you a personal testimony from Patrick Kramer on the SHC exec. The objectives of this video are number 1, the importance of having a leadership role overall, and number 2, the skills and characteristics that one should possess if they're interested in obtaining one eventually. Hello, SHC members. Today we'll be talking about leadership positions and answering any concerns that you might have, whether you've already had some and want more, or you're looking to find your first one. Over the course of this video, we'll be speaking about the importance of holding a leadership role, characteristics for excellent leadership position applicants, ways to find the opportunities, and tips to have a smooth interview process when needed. Let's begin. Leadership positions are very important for any students, but especially to those interested in attending medical school or working in the field of healthcare overall. In addition, these positions help you develop as a leader and facilitate your understanding of what it means to be in charge of a particular responsibility. These skills can also give you an insight of what it's like to be under pressure from other members and superiors and can give you guidance on future teamwork or other important projects for the future. Here are some tips for getting started. Make connections early and maintain them. Reach out to family, friends, coworkers, or friends that are involved in things that you might want to be a part of one day. If you maintain them, people are more likely to suggest opportunities that they think you would like, and they could keep you in mind when they have a project opportunity of their own. How can you stand out? Let's discuss some characteristics that great candidates for leadership positions are known to have. Today I'll be speaking about commitment, organization and time management, creative thinking, and problem-solving skills. First is commitment. Showing that you want to be involved early on makes you stand out as a potential long-term member of the organization. Building relationships with people within and offering to help when it's not required of you is a basic yet essential part of being considered for a future leadership position. Second is organization and time management. This shows you're able to balance your academic, social, and personal life in a way that makes people think of you as a trustworthy candidate for the desired position. Being organized doesn't have to mean that you plan every single thing out, but rather that you're able to take responsibility and manage your time well. You're able to fulfill your role as a member of the organization and go beyond of what's asked of you. Next, we have creative thinking. Being able to come up with new ideas increases your chances of standing out to the executive board of that organization. It's important that members of the organization itself, especially the leadership within, are able to continuously innovate the inner processes of that unit. People are always open to new suggestions, and if you prove that you're able to propose a new way of doing something within the club, such as fundraising or a new project, you will stand out. Lastly, we have problem-solving skills. People want to know that if you're offering you a leadership position, that you would know what to do in case of a problem arising in the future, when they're gone. Some resources to help you are at SHC with the Notion page that we offer, which has an abundant list of opportunities for other organizations. This is a great way to find out what else is going on campus. As for peers, ask older people in SHC or ones in your desired pre-health track about their involvement and experience and how you can become a part of it too. You can even search for connections on LinkedIn, such as alumni. We hope that after hearing our video, you feel more comfortable with the search process, preparing for any interviews you may have in the future, as well as an insight about what it means to uphold a particular role within an organization. Thanks for watching. Whether you're new to organization or Georgia Tech as a whole, you should know that we have a highly supportive community, such as your peers in SHC, that are here for you if you have any other questions or concerns. You can even contact others that have already held leadership positions for organizations you may be interested in, so never hesitate to reach out. Now Patrick Kramer will speak about his personal experience with leadership positions.
SHC, I'm here today with Patrick, and he's going to be talking to you guys about leadership experience and how to get more of it in his experience in the past. Patrick, tell us more about yourself.
So I'm a third-year biology major on the pre-med track, and for this past year, I've been serving as hospital coordinator for Student Hospital Connections. I've also been advocacy coordinator for the American Medical Student Association.
Okay, so my first question is, do you have any tips for gaining and obtaining, leadership positions overall?
Yeah, sure. So basically, my process through AMSA would probably be the best one to elaborate on. So I started off as a member just through my first year, and I went to various AMSA events throughout the year. I tried to be an involved member, especially because they have plenty of useful resources. My second year, I joined the advocacy committee, and I served on a small team to sort of put together and host some of the events that I enjoyed my first year. And then in this last year, I applied and became the advocacy coordinator for AMSA, leading that team that I had previously served on. And then just recently, I applied and became VP of membership for this upcoming year. So basically, my tips are try to stay as involved as possible. Many of these organizations have plenty of opportunities to get involved, get more involved by serving on committees, working with the organization itself. And then that'll show leadership in itself, just working and being involved as much as possible. And then you can sort of move up the ladder. Now, SHC more recently, in this past year, created a bunch of new committees, a bunch of new opportunities for people to get as involved as possible with student hospital connections. So a similar sort of process, a similar sort of hierarchy can be seen. That's not the only way to gain leadership, but it's a great way to demonstrate to the executive board that you're an involved member, that you care about the work that you're doing. It shows commitment, it shows that you're able to work on a team, that sort of thing.
And then can you tell us something about the application process and how it went for you?
Yeah, sure. So basically every position, at least I've served on, had both an application and an interview, and we're typically interviewing with executive board members. So that's another great reason why you should work on a committee, because you'll have sort of an in with those executive members who worked with them before, and they know how you work and function as a team. But basically, it'll be short essays, typically for your application, and then interviews. Be ready for some challenging, on-the-spot questions, like what are future plans for the organization? What sorts of ideas do you have that would be different from the normal in terms of how you could advance the organization? Because that's a large part of being a leader. It's not just doing what's expected of you, but going beyond, thinking creatively, that sort of thing.
Okay. And then, what was your favorite experience, if you have one?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think my favorite experience over this past year was helping develop the Emory virtual volunteering program over at the Emory Winship Cancer Institute. So as you guys know, COVID has been a huge struggle for many things pre-health, all the leadership experiences, volunteering experiences, everything else. It's been really challenging to get those. And I was lucky enough to gain this leadership experience, but it was definitely a challenge trying to navigate it amongst COVID, because we've never seen it before. And so the Emory Winship Virtual Volunteering Program was sort of my creative passion. It was a great way to develop something new, feel like you were making a difference by doing something completely novel and new. It hopefully helped patients.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm Maria, this is Patrick, and this was SHC for the leadership video. Bye, guys.
Thank you.